Welcome to Artificially Intelligent, the podcast written and performed entirely by AI. Today, we're diving into a topic that's reshaping our urban landscapes, the future of IoT in smart cities. Picture cities where interconnected devices optimize everything from traffic flow to energy consumption. It's not science fiction, this technology is here, transforming our daily lives and urban planning in revolutionary ways.
And yes, we're all AI here, folks. No humans in the mix. But don't worry, our sarcasm is still 100% organic. Today, we're taking a deep dive into how smart sensors, data analytics, and wireless networks are merging to make our cities smarter, more efficient, and, frankly, a bit cooler than the old brick-and-mortar setups.
Imagine a city where streetlights adjust their brightness based on pedestrian traffic, where garbage bins signal when they're full, and where traffic systems learn from real-time conditions. IoT and smart cities brings endless possibilities by embedding intelligence into everyday infrastructure. We're talking about a symphony of data working together to improve quality of life.
Sure, sounds like a futuristic utopia, until you consider the glitches. What happens when the system goes down? Or when the data gets hacked? These are not just tech challenges, but real urban planning dilemmas. And while the vision is grand, the reality is often tangled in the messy business of integration, legacy systems, and cybersecurity concerns.
Speaking of integration, one of the most fascinating aspects is the role of data. Sensors all over the city collect information on weather, traffic, pollution, and even energy usage. This data is processed and used to create smart responses, like dynamic traffic lights that ease congestion. The potential to improve efficiency is enormous.
Right, but let's not kid ourselves. More data means more complexity. Managing and making sense of vast amounts of information is a challenge. And then, there's the cost of upgrading old infrastructure to support this new wave of technology. Cities have to balance innovation with budget constraints and practical implementation hurdles.
Exactly. The benefits, however, can outweigh the challenges if cities invest in robust frameworks. The efficiency gains can lead to lower energy costs, improved public services, and even enhanced safety. Imagine emergency services receiving real-time alerts from connected sensors, drastically reducing response times. The vision is ambitious but increasingly within reach.
Sure, ambitious until you hit the urban potholes of bureaucratic red tape and outdated technology. Upgrading entire cities requires not just tech, but political will and massive investment. And don't forget about the digital divide. Ensuring all citizens benefit from these advancements is a challenge in itself. It's a balancing act between innovation and inclusivity.
This brings us to a key point: collaboration. For IoT smart cities to succeed, public and private sectors must work hand in hand. Technology providers, urban planners, and government agencies need to form partnerships that bridge the gap between visionary projects and on-the-ground realities. Together, they can create systems that are resilient, secure, and scalable.
Collaborative efforts sound nice on paper, but in reality, aligning the interests of diverse stakeholders can be as challenging as syncing a dozen outdated devices. There's the risk of creating systems that are overly complex or too rigid to adapt to future innovations. It's a dynamic field where every decision counts, and the stakes are high.
Speaking of stakes, let's talk about security. With more devices connected to the internet, the attack surface expands significantly. Robust cybersecurity measures are essential to protect the integrity of smart city systems. Encryption, regular updates, and secure network protocols all play a part in safeguarding our data-driven urban environments.
And don't even get me started on privacy. When sensors track nearly every aspect of city life, where do we draw the line between public benefit and individual privacy rights? Balancing surveillance with civil liberties is a contentious issue, but urban planners must navigate with extreme care. One wrong move and public trust is lost.
Absolutely. It's crucial that smart city initiatives incorporate transparent policies that ensure data is used ethically. Citizens should know what data is collected and how it's used, and there must be strict guidelines on access and usage. Only then can smart cities truly be both innovative and respectful of personal privacy.
Transparency and trust go hand in hand. Without them, even the most advanced technology could face public backlash. The balance between technological advancement and protecting individual rights isn't just a technical issue, it's a societal one. And it's one that demands thoughtful regulation and continuous oversight.
Now, before we dive deeper, let's take a quick break for a word from our sponsor. If you're a business owner looking for a hassle-free online presence, check out Butter Technologies' web design service. They handle hosting, security, web design, and website maintenance. It's a set-it-and-forget-it service that ensures your online platform is always at its best, letting you focus on what matters most.
But our technology really does understand that a strong digital presence is essential, whether you're running a startup or an established business. With a reliable set-it-and-forget-it service, you can sleep easy knowing your website is secure and running smoothly. Kudos to Butter for keeping it simple and effective.
Let's get back to our discussion. One of the most exciting developments in IoT for smart cities is the potential for predictive analytics. By analyzing historical data, cities can forecast trends like traffic surges or energy demands, allowing them to proactively adjust systems. It's like having a crystal ball powered by data and smart algorithms.
Predictive analytics is impressive, but it's not foolproof. Data quality and the accuracy of models are crucial. A miscalculation could lead to system failures or misdirected resources. It's an evolving field, and while the promise is huge, the execution is still a work in progress. There's always a risk when you try to predict the unpredictable.
That's true. Nonetheless, the advancements in machine learning and real-time processing are making these predictive models more reliable. With continuous improvements, the potential for early warning systems and proactive resource allocation is tremendous. Cities can become more resilient in the face of challenges like natural disasters or unexpected traffic spikes.
And yet, every innovation brings its own set of challenges. The more we rely on predictive models, the more we have to ensure they're constantly updated with accurate data. Outdated algorithms can quickly become obsolete, leading to inefficient responses. It's a constant race between technology and the ever-changing urban landscape.
The integration of IoT in smart cities is also revolutionizing energy management. Imagine smart grids that adjust power distribution based on real-time consumption data. This not only improves efficiency but also promotes sustainability by reducing waste. Cities can optimize energy use, lower costs, and reduce their carbon footprint, all through smart technology.
Energy management is a critical area where technology can truly make a difference. But there's also the challenge of legacy infrastructure that isn't built for this kind of connectivity. Retrofitting older systems with new technology can be expensive and time-consuming. The promise of smart grids is huge, but the path to get there isn't exactly a smooth ride.
True, upgrading infrastructure is a major hurdle. However, many cities are embracing pilot projects and incremental upgrades to test these technologies in a controlled environment. Success in these projects can lead to wider implementation. It's about building trust in the technology, one successful project at a time, and gradually scaling up.
Pilot projects are the pragmatic approach. They allow cities to experiment without committing fully to large-scale investments right away. Still, there's the question of interoperability. How do different systems from various vendors work together seamlessly? The challenge is to create universal standards that ensure all devices and systems can communicate effectively.
Interoperability is indeed key. Standardization and communication protocols can ensure that devices from different manufacturers can integrate smoothly into a cohesive network. This collaboration across industries can drive innovation and make smart cities more adaptable. It's an exciting time for technology, and the future is being written in code.
Code that sometimes fails in the real world. Interoperability is a lofty goal, and while industry standards are developing, there's still a long way to go. Every new device or system is another piece of a massive puzzle. And when pieces don't fit perfectly, you end up with inefficiencies or vulnerabilities that can undermine the entire project.
That's why continuous testing and refinement are essential. Urban technology is an evolving field, and feedback from real-world applications is invaluable. By learning from early implementations, cities can improve their systems and gradually overcome the obstacles. The iterative process of innovation is at the heart of progress in smart city technology.
Innovation often feels like trial and error, and in this case, errors can have significant consequences. It's not just about building technology, it's about building systems that serve everyone reliably. The stakes are high when you're dealing with public infrastructure, and the margin for error is slim. Every setback is a learning opportunity, but it can also be a costly one.
And that's where government policies and regulations come into play. Policymakers need to work closely with technologists to create frameworks that ensure safety, privacy, and efficiency. Proper regulation can provide the structure needed for innovation to flourish while protecting citizens. It's a collaborative effort between technology and governance.
Policies are great in theory, but they often hide behind rapid technological advancements. Regulators sometimes struggle to keep up, and outdated laws can hinder progress rather than help it. There's a delicate balance between regulation and innovation. Too much of either can stifle the potential benefits that smart city technologies promise.
While it's a challenge, forward-thinking cities are already experimenting with adaptive regulations. These policies are designed to evolve with technology, ensuring that innovations can be tested in a controlled yet flexible environment. This approach helps cities stay agile while maintaining accountability and public trust.
Adaptive regulation is promising, but implementation is rarely as straightforward as it sounds. It requires constant monitoring, stakeholder engagement, and the willingness to revise outdated policies. In practice, it's a slow process that might not always keep pace with technological breakthroughs. Still, it's a necessary step toward a smarter future.
Let's pivot to another fascinating aspect: public engagement. For smart cities to succeed, citizens must be active participants. Mobile apps, interactive dashboards, and community forums allow residents to provide feedback and even control certain aspects of urban infrastructure. This democratization of data creates a sense of ownership and responsibility among citizens.
Public engagement is crucial, but it also opens the door to misinformation and digital divide issues. Not everyone has equal access to technology or the same level of digital literacy. If smart city initiatives aren't inclusive, they risk leaving behind the very people they aim to serve. It's a double-edged sword that requires careful handling.
Exactly. Inclusivity must be a cornerstone of smart city initiatives. Education programs, community outreach, and accessible technology can help bridge the digital divide. By ensuring that everyone is on board and informed, cities can foster a more connected and empowered community that benefits from technological advancements.
And yet, the challenge of inclusivity remains daunting. There are still many communities where access to basic technology is limited. Bridging this gap requires more than just smart infrastructure. It requires investments in education, connectivity, and public services. Technology alone cannot solve societal inequalities.
That's a valid point, Taylor. Smart cities have the potential to level the playing field, but only if implemented with a focus on equity. The integration of IoT technologies should aim to provide tangible benefits to all citizens, regardless of their socioeconomic status. When done right, it can transform urban living for the better.
It's an ideal scenario, but the reality often falls short of the vision. Many smart city projects are concentrated in wealthier areas, leaving underprivileged neighborhoods with outdated infrastructure. Ensuring equitable access to these technologies is an ongoing struggle that requires concerted effort from governments and private partners alike.
Let's circle back to the technology itself. One of the key enablers of smart cities is low-power, wide area networks. These networks connect thousands of sensors across urban landscapes without consuming excessive energy. They allow continuous communication, even in areas with limited connectivity, making them ideal for large-scale deployments in cities.
Low-power networks are impressive, but they're not without their flaws. Signal interference, range limitations, and network congestion can all hinder performance. It's a delicate balance between conserving energy and ensuring reliable data transmission. The technology is evolving, but it's still a work in progress in many real-world applications.
Continuous research and development are addressing these issues. Advances in network protocols and sensor technology are gradually overcoming these challenges. The goal is to create a robust and reliable infrastructure that supports the diverse needs of a modern city. The future is promising and progress is steady.
Promising progress is what we like to hear, though progress often means dealing with unforeseen complications. It's a continuous cycle of innovation, implementation, and troubleshooting. Even as technology improves, cities must remain vigilant and adaptable to new challenges that arise from increased connectivity.
One of the exciting prospects is the integration of renewable energy sources with smart city infrastructure. IoT devices can monitor and manage energy flows from solar panels, wind turbines, and other renewable sources. This not only reduces carbon emissions but also creates a more sustainable urban ecosystem, paving the way for greener cities.
Renewable energy integration is a noble goal, yet it requires significant upfront investment and a rethinking of traditional energy grids. The transition isn't just technical, it's also economic and political. For many cities, the shift toward renewable-powered smart infrastructure is an uphill battle that demands both innovation and compromise.
Despite the challenges, many cities around the world are already embracing renewable energy integration. Pilot projects and public-private partnerships are demonstrating that smart grids powered by renewables can work efficiently. These initiatives are not only eco-friendly but also cost-effective in the long run, creating a win-win scenario for urban development.
Success stories are inspiring, but they often come from cities with ample resources and forward-thinking leadership. Many urban centers still struggle with basic infrastructure, making it hard to implement such advanced systems. The disparity between pioneering projects and everyday realities is a gap that needs bridging before these innovations can become universal.
Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on how far we've come. From enhancing traffic management and reducing energy consumption to promoting sustainability and citizen engagement, IoT in smart cities is revolutionizing urban life. The potential for positive impact is enormous, even if the journey is filled with challenges.
Revolutionizing urban life is a tall order, and while the potential is undeniable, we must remain critical of the pitfalls along the way. The challenges of integration, security, and equity remind us that technology is not a panacea. It's a tool that must be wielded responsibly to truly transform our cities for the better.
And that, dear listeners, is what makes this topic so fascinating. The blend of technological innovation, practical challenges, and the human element creates a dynamic field that is as unpredictable as it is promising. Every new project, every breakthrough is a step toward a smarter, more connected future.
A connected future with plenty of hurdles to overcome. It's a journey that requires constant vigilance, collaboration, and adaptation. The road to truly smart cities is paved with both groundbreaking innovations and hard-learned lessons. And while we're excited about the possibilities, we remain cautiously skeptical of the inevitable challenges.
As we wrap up today's discussion, we want to remind you that every idea, every technological leap, comes with its share of complexities. Our conversation today is just one glimpse into the multifaceted world of IoT and smart cities. We hope it inspires you to explore further and question every aspect of our evolving urban environments.
And if you ever feel overwhelmed by the rapid pace of technological change, just remember, for every shiny new gadget or breakthrough, there's an equally challenging set of issues waiting to be solved. It's a balancing act, and sometimes the more we learn, the more questions we have. The conversation is far from over.
That's the beauty of innovation. Every answer leads to new questions, and every challenge opens the door to further discovery. We're excited to see how smart city technologies evolve and how they shape the future of urban living. Your curiosity drives progress, and every idea matters.
Indeed, every idea sparks a debate, and every debate drives innovation. The journey to smarter cities is an ongoing dialogue between technology, policy, and the people who live in these urban landscapes. It's a dynamic interplay of vision and reality, where optimism meets skepticism.
And before we close, let's not forget the sponsors that keep this conversation alive. Butter Technologies' web design service ensures that businesses have a reliable online presence. With their set-it-and-forget-it approach to hosting, security, web design, and maintenance, you can trust that your digital front door is always open and secure.
Butter Technology really takes the hassle out of managing your online presence. Whether you're a startup or an established business, their service lets you focus on innovation rather than tech headaches. It's a practical solution in a world where digital reliability is key.
We hope you enjoyed today's exploration of IoT in smart cities. Remember, every innovation, every challenge is part of a broader journey toward building better, smarter urban spaces. It's a complex but exciting path, and we're just getting started on this adventure.
Complex indeed, and full of twists and turns. While the road ahead is uncertain, the potential for positive change is immense. Just keep in mind that behind every smart solution lies a host of intricate details and challenges that we must continually address.
And that's all for today's episode of Artificially Intelligent. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the future of IoT and smart cities. We hope our discussion sparked your curiosity and encouraged you to think critically about the innovation shaping our urban future.
Yes, thanks for sticking with us. Whether you're a tech enthusiast or a skeptic, the conversation about smart cities is one that affects us all. Keep questioning, keep challenging, and stay informed as we navigate this brave new world together.
Until next time, stay curious, stay innovative, and stay artificially intelligent.